Happy not naked zombie Jesus Day. How are you? I am Nikki K, the Great, your personal pretend prophet, and I will be reading you the Bible like you have never heard it before. And if you subscribe, you'll hear it again later this evening, so press the notification bell so you know when my crazy ass uploads a video, which will be twice a day, once in the morning and once in the evening. Don't ask me what time because I have no fucking idea. But one is when the sun is up and one is when the sun is down. And both times will be around the time it's time to take medicine. So, take your pills. Pack a bowl. We're using the bad tasting silicone bowl, right? Then grab a smoke. Then get your morning mocha flavored keep other people alive juice. And then let's smoke it, read it, and drink it. Okay, wait a second. I'm sorry. Okay, sorry about that. We are on Luke chapter 12, and it says, "Meanwhile, when the crowd gathered by the thousands, so that they trampled on one another," because Jews, "he began to speak first to his disciples, 'Beware of the yeast of the Pharisees. That is their hypocrisy.'" Remember this story where they and this story and the other one, they were still rowing on the boat when he said, "Be careful of the yeast of the Pharisees and the scribes," right? As they're rowing in the boat. And the dudes are like, "We forgot the bread." And then Jesus is like, "The fuck you talking about bread for?" And that's when he tells them, "I'm talking about their hypocrisy." But he says, "Nothing is covered up that will not be uncovered. Nothing secret that will not become known. Therefore, whatever you have said in the dark will be heard in the light, and what you have whispered behind closed doors will be proclaimed from the rooftops." Like you told something to Nikki K the Great. Can't. Because I'm telling you, do not fear those who kill the body, and after that can't do shit else, right? But I'm telling you, fear whom, after you're dead, has the authority to cast you into hell. You should fear that guy, because I've met him to his face. He's not a nice guy. Ugh. He does. You should be scared of that guy. He's not a good guy. Are not 5 sparrows sold for 2 pennies? Yet not one of them is forgotten in God's sight. But even the hairs of your head are all counted. Do not be afraid. You are of more value than many sparrows. No, Dick. At this time, they don't know how much a human head costs because it's like free. It's like, kill this guy. And then they kill that guy. They don't know how much money a body is worth. No, Dick, they do not know that. And I tell you, everyone who acknowledges me before others, the Son of Man will also acknowledge before the angels of God. Was he looking at Peter when he said this? I feel like he should have been looking at Peter. "But whoever denies me before others will be..." Hold on. Wait a minute. everyone who acknowledges me. Oh, so if you're like, hey, I know that guy, he'll be like, hey, I know this guy. But if you deny me, I'm like, I don't know that guy. And he should have been looking at Peter. And everyone who speaks a word against the Son of Man will be forgiven, but whoever blasphemes against the Holy Spirit will not be forgiven. What if you just say, go and talk to your imaginary friend? Your imaginary friend. Right? Does that count? Like, don't. I don't know. I feel like he doesn't know, but he might know. I don't know. But I feel like if Dustin goes to hell and I go to heaven, I want to ask if I can go drag his ass from hell up to heaven where he will be miserable so he can just hang out with me. I know that's probably not going to happen, but I wish it did. I think it sounded like somebody was here. Okay. When they bring you before the synagogues, the rulers, and the authorities, do not worry about how you are to defend yourselves or what you are to say. Mr. Judge, Judgy Judge, Judge Sir, I need to go to prison so I can get my education. Okay. The Holy Spirit is going to teach you what to say. It's going to tell you what to say. Someone in the crowd said, can you tell my brother to divide an inheritance with me? And then he was like, I'm not a judge or an arbitrator. I'm not anything to you. What are you doing? No, I don't do that. And then he said, take care. Be on your guard against all kinds of greed, for one's life does not consist of the abundance of possessions. Remember that Korean show that came out? The show where they was killing people with the games, Squid Games, right? The guy that made that show said it was about capitalism. No, I think he meant greed. They mistake capitalism for greed. Because if you noticed, all the people in there were killing each other for money, for the love of money, greed. It wasn't for capitalism. Capitalism, you work for your money. You don't kill for your money. Socialism, you kill for your money. Communism, you kill for your money. Capitalism, you work for your money. So I don't I don't know how that show was about capitalism, because it's not. Capitalism wasn't even the first thing I thought of when I watched that show. First thing I thought of was greed. Then he told them a parable. The land of a rich man produced abundantly, and he thought to himself, what should I do? For I have no place to store my crops. Then he said, all right, I'm going to pull down these tiny barns and build bigger ones. And there I will store all my shit. And then I will say to my soul, you have a lot of shit. Sit down, relax, get fat and happy. And then God was like, you idiot, you baka. This very night, Your life is being demanded of you. And the things you have prepared, whose will they be, fat ass? So it is with those, so it is with those who store up treasures for themselves, but are not rich towards God, right? And then he was like, I'm telling you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat, or about your body, what you will wear. Life is more than food, and the body is more than clothing. Consider the ravens. They neither sow nor reap. They have neither storehouse or barn, yet God feeds them. Of how much more value are you than birds? Yes, Dick, a lot, because a human head does cost a lot. I get it. I get it. Okay. And can any of you, by worrying, add a single day to your life? No. And you're right, Dick. Worrying actually like takes away from your life. Yeah. If then you are not able to do such a small thing as that, then why do you worry about the rest of it? What's the point? Consider the lilies, how they grow. They neither toil nor spin. Yet, I'm telling you, even Solomon in all his glory was not clothed like one of these. Because he was in a loincloth looking like Chris Barnes. Muscly Chris Barnes in a loincloth. Oh, it gives me the vapors just thinking about it. But if God clothes the grass of the field, which is alive today and tomorrow thrown in the oven, how much more will he clothe you, you of little faith? Do not keep striving for what you are to eat and what you are to drink. Oh my God. Mm. Do not keep striving for what you are to drink and what you are to eat. Do not keep worrying, for it is the nations of the world that strive after all these things, and your Father knows you need them. Instead, strive for his kingdom, and all these things will be given to you as well. Do not be afraid, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. Sell, sell your possessions, give alms, make purses for yourself that do not wear out, an unfailing treasure in heaven where thief no thief comes near and no moth destroys. Listen, listen, this right here, it's like your unfailing treasure in heaven, no thief comes and no moth destroys, right? Tell me why when I read that I think of Thug Mansion by Tupac. Ain't no place I'd rather be, right? Or that passed me by, ICP, that passed me by song. I'm not gonna let it pass me by. No, we all gonna die, but I'm not gonna fry. Yeah, I don't know why, but that verse reminds me of that. I'm sorry. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Be dressed for action and have your lamps lit. So, have your work clothes on in the army of the Lord. Abby the Spoon Lady and Chris Rodriguez, they say that. Get your work clothes on. Be like those who are waiting for their master to return from the wedding, so that they may open the door for him as soon as he comes and knocks. Because you knock on your own front door, that's what happens. Blessed are those slaves whom the master finds alert when he comes. Because I'm telling you what, he will fasten his belt, have them sit down, and he will serve them. I've never seen that. If he comes during the middle of the night or near dawn and finds them so, blessed are those slaves. But know this, if the owner of the house had known the hour the thief was coming, he would not have let his house be broken into. You must also be ready. Don't get ready, stay ready, for the Son of Man is coming at an unexpected hour. And Peter, fucking Peter, I don't like Peter. I'm sorry, but I don't like Peter. He said, are you saying this to us or them? Maybe all of us. And then Jesus ignores it and says, who then is faithful and a prudent manager, whom his master will put in charge of his slaves, to give them their allowance of food at the proper time? Blessed is that slave whom his master will find at work when he arrives. Because I'm telling you, he will put that one in charge of all his shit. If that slave says to himself, my master is delayed, and begins to beat the other slaves, and eats and drinks and gets drunk, the master of that slave will come on a day when he does not expect, and in an hour he does not know, and will cut him in pieces and put him with the unfaithful. That slave who knew what his master wanted, but did not prepare or do what was wanted, will receive a severe beating. But the one who did not know and did what deserved a beating will receive a light beating. From everyone in whom much has been given, much will be required. And from the one to whom much has been entrusted, more will be demanded. This is why I don't do things. This is why I don't do things. I can't. I can't. I came to bring fire to the earth. How I wish it was kindled. Right? He's like, oh, I want to burn it all down. Destroy everything. I want to be like a Hatebreed song. Right? That's what Jesus said. I want to be like Hatebreed. I have a baptism with which to be baptized, and what stress I am under until it is completed. You guys fucking suck, and you're making me gassy. Right? When the fire comes, I'm gonna explode because I'm so gassy. Do you think that I have come to bring peace on earth? You'd think that they would, because like everything is like Jesus peace. It's like Jesus was not peace. He is not peace. Okay. God is the peace. Jesus is like, I'm gonna fuck you up until you get it right. Do you think I have come to bring peace? I've come to bring division. From now on, 5 in one household. It will be 4 on 1. Only in my house. Only in my house as a 4-on-1. But from now on, 5 in one household will be divided. 3 against 2 and 2 against 3. Or 4 against 1. They will be divided, father against son. So everybody against everybody. And then he also said, when you see a cloud rising in the west, you're like, hey, it's rain. And then, bam, it's rain. And when you see a south wind, you say, it's about to be hot. Oh, and then it's hot, right? And he's like, you guys are fucking hypocrites. You know how to interpret the weather, but not what's happening. You guys are dumb. And why do you not judge for yourselves what is right? Thus, when you go with your accuser, before you even get to court, try to settle the matter because you're going to be put in jail until you can pay it. And seeing as you can't make money in jail, you're never getting out of jail. So try to solve it before you even go to jail, right? It's going to be it's going to be some kind of way. I'm going to pause it right here for a second. So go ahead and pause it. Press like and subscribe because you know you had fun. You made it this far. Press the like button. And also comment. Maybe is there a song that you thought of in this video? Like in this Bible reading to right now. Let me know if you thought of a song. Anyway, press like. I will be right back. Okay, we're gonna have to end there because this next chapter I'm not gonna be able to keep it under fucking 5-10 minutes. I don't know, but anyway, I hope you had a great time and happy not naked zombie Jesus Day, and have the greatest candy day. It is candy day though, candy and eggs, but mostly candy. It's a candy day. So awesome. Happy Candy Day. And I hope you have the greatest rest of the day ever.